Hi, Houda. I'm Bob Lee.
Welcome.
Pleased to meet you. Come on in. If it's okay with you, Saeed is going to sit in with us and,
Yeah.
and join us in the interview.
Yeah.
So you're here for the public health specialist interview, and your resume is extensive. Very, very big. You are extremely been involved in just about everything I can possibly imagine.
Yeah, I graduate science college.
Right, okay.
Yeah, as a laboratory specialist at the
Okay.
beginning. I have this background and this experience in the laboratory. And from that point or that time, I decided to know more about public health
Mhm.
because I found in that area I'm working there a lot of high result
Mhm.
of hereditary disease, which is easy to stop in the culture. So I wonder why they don't care about the prevention.
Right, right.
And from my situation, I create this path in my work by follow the patient who's coming and have the same disease and from the same area, same reason,
Mhm.
and I try to myself to do search with the team
Mhm.
to know how to stop this. And at the same time, I realized that I need this
So who were you working with at this
a
point?
laboratory.
Okay,
Yeah,
in Saudi
the
Arabia?
yeah, in
Okay.
the Ministry of Health.
Mhm.
And
And was this regional research in Saudi Arabia or outside of Saudi Arabia also?
It is in Saudi Arabia,
In Saudi
patient
Arabia, yeah.
from Saudi Arabia,
Okay.
because there is relative marriage, which can be increase any hereditary
Mhm.
disease in future, and they don't know why.
Mhm.
And this goes by years and years, become 30% of population is carriers.
Okay.
Yeah, and what's make me unhappy or surprised or why this nobody try to stop this? Why
Mhm.
we just take the result and see the patient, and when I speak, I try to speak with the people who
Mhm.
families, they don't know why, and they don't know that they should care about this in future for
Mhm.
their children.
Mhm.
When they will marry, they should be sure about
Right.
the partner.
Mhm.
From that point, I decide to see countries which is have same problem, and I found Cyprus, and Cyprus have same problem before, but they pass.
Hmm.
And then I decide to make like a
Who's funding this research?
Yeah,
The
from-
Saudi government or?
No, from this point, I start to make up a volunteer project
Hmm.
inside Saudi Arabia, and I lead it
You mean just by yourself?
by and the people around, and I try to make
But
like
no
members.
funders, no government
no
funders, no hospital, no.
I found the funders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I went to like the businessmen in the country,
Hmm.
and I meet them and I ask them, we want to stop this harm on the new generation,
Mhm.
and they accept the idea. I explain for them, and the patient was with me, the family.
Mhm.
They care about this problem, and use newspaper also. Newspaper people working in the news, I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
they were supporting us, and I try to make many level of people to care about this problem,
Mhm.
and it's success. And
Mhm.
I work I am good working with a team.
Mhm.
I can influence people.
Mhm.
Then we have for this project 4 parts through the kingdom.
Mhm.
One in the east and west and in the middle.
Mhm. And you're leading all this.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I lead all this, and we work as a team at the same time.
Hmm.
And we should be in many level. The decision maker people. They should know, and we have some of them with us, like the people who.
And so who are you working with? Various hospitals, clinics?
No, it is. It's my work. It's beside my work. It's volunteer.
No, I understand that. But when you were doing the research, are you reaching out to individual people, or are you meeting people in other hospitals and other
in
clinics?
other centers, the patients, themselves.
And,
because
and the physicians and everything in the other
Yeah.
clinics were cooperating with you?
yes, also the manager of the hospital, he feel that I am suitable in that part, and he asked me to move to be the manager of the hereditary blood disease center in the same hospital.
Oh, okay.
He said you will be near to the patient, near to the problem. It will be work good, help you. And then I start to move outside the kingdom, like they do some symposium about the thalassemia and sickle cell, this type of two disease, hereditary blood disease, very high percentage
Yes,
in Saudi Arabia and
Oh.
Gulf. And then I try to make, like, with the volunteer from these people, businessmen, to support patient to go with me to Italy to join the symposium, to know how they prevent this in their culture. And also I try to work to update everything and to be with the people outside, how they solve the problem. And then I start to pursue the decision maker in our country, because this is the hard point to tell them that the only reason or the only way to prevent this is to apply the premarital test in our country, everywhere. And this is difficult. They think it's difficult. For me, I don't think it's difficult. This is the different.
It's difficult from a cultural point of view, you mean?
The decision makers, the people who's like Ministry of Health, manager of, and the religious people who make the contract, the marriage contract, and some people think it is difficult, but I believe I can solve if we explain for people. Because this harm affect newborn, so they will listen, and I was sure about that, and strong about that. And then also the patient with me in the TV and in the newspaper, and we make like to stop all the people think about this problem. And also then the college start working, give us the student to make exhibition everywhere. This will take 5 years, and finally they apply the premarital test, and we success. The goal is published.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah,
so that's quite an achievement then, to have taken that right from the thought right through to the finished project.
Yeah, and then also they invite me in Kuwait and in Dubai, because they have thalassemia center, and they have same problem, but they don't put they don't apply the premarital test yet. And they ask me how you satisfy people, and this is like our experiment, and I show them. But after that, I learn, or I take the certificate of public health.
Okay.
Yeah, in USA, because I feel that I like to solve another problem, like osteoporosis in our country.
Right.
So,
Okay.
and everywhere.
That's a very exciting career you've had. Why did you come to Canada? You've had this exciting career. You're known in your field. You've had international contacts. How could you ever just say, I'm going to start over in Canada?
Actually, Canada have a very good public health system. And the second goal or second project I hope that I can apply, it's the prevent the osteoporosis.
Right.
And
Okay.
osteoporosis is not only in one country.
No, that's for
It
sure.
is a big problem,
Mm-hmm.
huge, يعني.
Mm-hmm.
And also the cost for the disease, the cost for the medicine itself. There is a very side effect,
Mm-hmm.
and it costs billions on the country.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I want to. I hope that I can do this in Canada, because Canada have more facility, more understanding, and
Mhm.
this issue is a universal issue.
Right. And from a public health overall point of view, what is your solution?
For osteoporosis. Yeah, actually, because I know now, because my husband, he's orthopedic surgeon,
Mm-hmm.
and he explained for me the reason for the osteoporosis, and it is different from the. He got a new concept about that,
Mm-hmm.
because they treat osteoporosis by calcium, vitamin D, and
Mhm.
this is wrong way, and also the bisphosphonate. Bisphosphonate is very harmful medicine.
Yep.
It can make a typical fracture for
Brittle bones.
yeah,
Mhm.
many side effect,
Mhm.
cancer, esophagus
Mhm.
cancer, and many side effect. And at the same time, it will not solve the osteoporosis.
Mhm.
What happened when they when they test the by scan the DIXA,
Mhm.
the result will be like the density thick,
Mhm.
and they think
Yeah.
it is, but actually it's not.
Mhm.
The problem is with the collagen itself,
Mhm.
because collagen will lose its activity after 40 years.
Mhm.
It is everywhere in the world.
Mhm.
And that's because the collagen consists of bundles of collagen and connect together by sulfur.
Mhm.
And this sulfate bond is reduced, because the absorption after 40 for sulfur, MSM,
Mhm.
it is reduced.
Okay. Mhm.
And because of that,
I'm very familiar with the topic, so.
okay, because of that, the glucose will come
Mhm.
in the middle,
Mhm.
instead in the place of the sulfur.
Okay.
So even you try to solve the problem and give the patient sulfur, it will not
Right.
return back,
Mhm.
because the place full with glucose.
Mhm.
So we had to give another item like alpha lipoic. This will remove
Mhm.
the glucose, and at the same time will replace the sulfur
Mhm.
with the same tablet, and everything will be good.
Mhm.
And also he add taurine and lysine, and all these items together will work on two sides.
Mhm.
One side on the collagen, on the cabrit,
Mhm.
the sulfur.
Mhm.
He will remove the sulfur and return
Mhm.
the remove the glucose and return back the sulfate. And at the same time, it will work on the mitochondria.
Mhm.
And this is a new theory.
Mhm. Have you done any actual clinical trials on that idea, or?
Yeah, we already the patent, it is patent,
Mhm.
and also it is now we manufacture the medicine,
Mhm. The supplement.
the
Yeah.
supplement,
Mhm.
and it have also NPN
NPN numbers.
numbers and license from
Mhm.
Ministry of Health of Canada,
Mhm.
and we manufacture it, and yeah, they use it. Patient with osteoporosis in
Who's
Saudi.
they? Oh,
Yeah.
in Saudi.
In Saudi.
So you've produced a natural product supplement here in Canada,
And I see.
and you're selling it into Saudi.
Yeah.
How?
Not many. يعني 500 bottle.
Mhm.
It is like the people who use it, I have feedback from them. One with the osteoporosis, 3, and now become 1.8 something,
Wow.
less. And one lady was in Riyadh. She have a disc, and she want to do operation, and she want to try something before that. And yeah, a friend tell her about that, and she take it, and she had to take a medicine, this supplement, for 6 months. Because it will take time to replace all the glucose and the collagen. Because collagen in the young have vasoelectricity. This vasoelectricity, this was characteristic responsible about bone synthesis. Because there is osteoclast and osteocyte.
Right.
This working together, it should be in balance.
Just for my own interest, why do you put the taurine in?
The taurine it is like remove the free radical from the mitochondria, from the
Yes.
ATP and
Yes,
this free radicals. It will taurine will go inside and takes the free radicals, and alpha lipoic, it will clean the taurine to return back again to remove.
Very interesting theory. You seem to be an entrepreneur and not an employee. Am I right? You would rather be an entrepreneur than and develop your own thoughts and research and companies and things than you would want to be an employee in a public health agency.
Yeah, but I can work also in agency as an public health, because I have also the talent to solve problem as a team with the system, in a government system like that.
Okay, just time out. No, it's okay. I've spoken with Houda and Osam about their patents and everything that's going on, and so I'm not really sure what we're interviewing her here for. It's a little bit confusing to me, so it's almost like talking about, just seeing how she reacts and that sort of thing, because there isn't I'm applying for this job here. So if it feels like the interview is a bit strange, that's why. Just for everybody's information, and I think I'm right about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's almost more.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, I wanted to ask, how do you fit in the position?
Right, but we don't know what the position is. So, end of time.
Okay.
Back on. I think what I'm going to pretend to be is somebody who's looking at having you drive this project. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? I think so. Okay. And I'm going to pretend I'm in a nutraceutical company that's interested in this process and want you to lead the project and we'll help fund some trials on it and that sort of thing. Does that seem like a good idea?
Yes.
Okay. We know what we're doing now. So, Houda, you obviously have developed a patent for this. What have you done with it to date? I mean, you sold 500 units in Saudi, but there hasn't actually been a clinical trial. It's just a concept that you have. Is that correct? There's no testing of patients other than anecdotally in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes you think it really works?
Because the people who use it already, there are good number of people, and they try it, and also I saw the result myself. And again, there is about the patent. There is after I got the patent, there is 3 or 4 companies of orthopedic company
Mhm.
who became against us, and they said they are the people who discovered this, not
Mhm.
us, and they should have the patent.
Oh, so they're arguing the
They
patent with you.
argue in the Washington court, the
Mhm. Oh, okay.
yeah, and the 3 years was bending. It was bending, and during this time, the court was bringing many information that with the that our supplement is better than the bisphosphonate which are they using
Mhm.
today,
Mhm.
and they prove that. Yeah,
The other group?
yeah, they
Hmm.
prove that
Mhm.
it is.
So do you still have the patent then?
Yeah, we still we
You won
success.
the you
We
won the patent argument.
yeah, we success in this.
Very good.
Yeah.
So the other group had done a lot of research proving the
Yeah,
efficacy of your natural
yeah.
product. That's
Yes,
convenient.
yeah.
Um,
When they are they give us seven paper
right.
that it's approved that
Yeah.
we are our medicine is supplement is better.
Again, just for my interest, why did you win that patent application? It seems to me they were out there, they were doing research. How did you win that? It seems to me they were there with more research than you had. They were
Yeah.
in the business. How did you end up winning the patent argument?
Because they didn't reach to the complete theory.
Uh-huh.
They just reached that sulfur is there.
I see. Oh, so it was one
But they
small
don't,
part of.
yeah, they don't know that, and also their way was to put the sulfur with the bisphosphonate again.
Right. Right.
So the court said how you will put also the medicine which have the side effect again. So your method is wrong. But at the same time, they said that sulfur is good and it is important
Right.
for so. And the court, it's they also bought some revisions about the that item that we use. It is solve the problem. Yani our concept is right.
Right.
And also the European medicine newspaper, they make it as a reference.
Okay.
And they start about that, talking about the theories
Mhm.
that it was in our patent, like the
So,
mesothelioma.
you know, to introduce a new product that is going to deal directly with a designated disease in Canada, which is osteoporosis. Of course, a physician would not be allowed to use that because it wouldn't be covered within the regulations as biphosphonates would be and that sort of thing. So there is going to be a lot of issues with the regulatory bodies and the conventional physicians in medicine. So we would need to sell this product through alternative places, whether that be naturopaths or various other clinics, which is of course the field that we're in. Ideally, we would run this through some tests. How would you perceive yourself being involved in that? How can you help us get this product out there? Say we agree to license the product with you. Okay, we'll put it under our brand name. We'll use our distribution system. How can you help us get that product out there?
We can. I can lead advertisement. We can advertise about this supplement, and by education elder people because they are the.
Are we able to use the published research that you already have publicly?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. We can. I think
because we can't, unless we go through an intense clinical trial with Health Canada, we can get the NPN number, which you have, but we can't make any claims. We can't claim that this cures
But
osteoporosis.
we can claim it is anti-aging,
Right, okay.
which is good also, and people like it more.
Mhm.
And it's work on the same direction.
Mhm.
Also, it is anti-aging.
Mhm.
And we can have like share with symposiums or any community
Mhm.
activity.
And how do you see your role? Do you see your role being involved in helping that get going, or would you prefer just to license it to our company and then you move on with new things? What do you see your role as? You obviously own the patent.
Any way you like.
Mhm.
Yeah, we can manage. We have another supplement.
Mhm.
So if
Another one on top of this one,
we
okay.
have another supplement which
It probably cures cancer.
no, it is about veins and artery.
Oh,
to
okay.
clean them clean artery and vein
Okay.
from cholesterols and
Okay.
sugar and these things, and this is good for elderly people
Mhm.
also. All our patent about elderly people,
Mhm. Okay.
and we can be working with you for all in
Okay.
future.
Mhm.
You start one by one as well.
Okay, okay. And what happened to take you from this up, you obviously have good connections in the Mideast and Saudi and through there, to all of a sudden just take all these patents, put them in your knapsack and come to Canada?
Because in Canada, the university welcoming me here.
Mm-hmm.
I try there, but I don't know, I can't find chance.
Mhm.
But when I came here, we work with University Canada, Ottawa University, on our in one of our patent, and they make it like a master for the student,
Mm-hmm.
and
A master thesis for them.
yeah, for
Okay.
student, and this another things about electromagnetic field,
Mm-hmm.
and this electromagnetic field it is unipolar electromagnetic field, and it is the first one in the world. All the other electromagnetic is bipolar. So unipolar is very strong penetration. It can reach for all organs inside, and also we hybridize the far infrared laser on the electromagnetic field.
You and your husband must be extremely smart.
Oh, thank you.
That was a question. That wasn't a statement, that was a question.
Okay.
Is your husband as smart as you?
Yes.
Yes, it's-
That's better than me.
Better than you,
Yeah.
okay. That's quite a team.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is, of course, this is the nutritional supplement market is a massive market in North America, and there's very few. Everybody uses the calcium and the vitamin D for osteoporosis and all of the standard types of things. I think what we'd like to do is kind of just think about the different avenues and maybe sit down with you and work out some way of a licensing agreement, possibly even some research funding. The research funding will be tricky to get because in the ideal world we would prove that it was supportive of osteoarthritis, and we could say that. Then that would sell off the shelves. But would you be interested in working with us from a consulting point of view, helping develop the products? We'd have a legal agreement on the use of the patent exclusively in Canada, and then we would give you a license royalty, some sort of thing like that. Is that the type of thing you might envisage?
Yeah, it can be, because the first of all, we wanted to reach the people, the patients people. It's also one of our goals, fast.
Right.
If it this way will be fast, it's good idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'll continue to look at your information,
Okay.
and and I'll understand it a little bit better, and then I think we should get together and just continue the discussion a little bit. Do you have any questions for me before we end this discussion?
I would like to, do you have like this side of...
Well, almost all of the orthomolecular nutritional supplements that are in the market right now are a series of vitamin D levels and calcium and the things that you are saying here. I've never in my life seen something for osteoporosis that involves amino acids like taurine and lysine, which I think is a brilliant idea, but I've never seen that. And so most of the products out there are the standard things you'd expect with a few botanicals and things like that. Your approach is quite unique. If your approach indeed works, there should be a very strong market for it. And so my only hesitation here is that I don't fully know the science behind it, number one. I'm fascinated that somebody is looking at it in the area of taurine and lysine and the involvement in there, because that's not really being done.
I can send you that.
Yeah, and you know, that's a very unique aspect of what's going on here. So I need to just do a little bit more work, but we certainly have the distribution network to get it out there. And if it's as good as what you say, it would also be worthwhile raising funds from a government and getting government support to do proper clinical trials on it. So we could attach an osteoporosis claim to it. If we could do that, then the market is infinite. It's very interesting to me, but I need to absorb it more in my small brain. And very unusual interview, but it's been a pleasure to meet you. And
thank you very much. When I expect calling from you?
I'll get back to you next week.
Okay, thank you.
But end of interview. Thank you very much.